Let's rip through a few picks for week 5 of the NFL season. We'll start the Thursday night game, Colts at Broncos. I'll take the Broncos at home, and I actually like the odds too for first coach fire Frank Reich. I like the odds there. I think it's going to be Matt Rule with the Panthers. I think Ron Rivera's in that mix as well, but I think you get pretty good odds with Frank Reich, just considering the slow start that the Colts have had. Give me the Broncos at home on Thursday night. Who you got in this one between Colts and Broncos?
Yeah, this is kind of a tough situation. I don't know what in the hell was going on with the Indianapolis Colts with so much promise from last year. You got Jonathan Taylor was an MVP candidate. Now you don't even hear about the guy. He's nursing the injury himself. Darius Leonard is not playing with a back, and I don't know. I don't know what to say about the Colts. Colts was my sneaky team coming into this year. They brought in, Stephon Gilmore and stuff like that to help on the back end of that defense, and it's just not coming together as you thought it would. You got Matt Ryan. I mean, he's looking real old out there compared to even last year how he was playing in Atlanta. You figure that it would still be some more gas in that tank. I don't know what is going on with the Indianapolis Colts. So you're right. I'm going to have to agree with you. I'm going to have to take Denver at home. They're still trying to figure it out. New quarterback, trying to, build some chemistry and some rapport with those guys out there. So I'm going to go with, Broncos at home as well.
All right, few more we'll rip through. The London game, Giants at Packers. I wrote in my notes, are the Giants a good football team? I think that remains to be seen. But more importantly, Daniel Jones has an ankle injury, not sure whether he's going to play in London. And so the backup, Tyrod Taylor, left the game with a concussion a week ago. And then, so if neither Taylor or Daniel Jones can go, you got Davis Webb going up against Aaron Rodgers. I know the Packers are 9.5-point favorites in London. Not sure that they cover, but if you want to throw the Packers in just as on the money line, throw that in a parlay. I don't see any way that this Packers team loses to the Giants. Love the London games, the early kickoff start, but I'll take the Packers going up against the Giants in London.
I definitely take the Packers, but it's kind of tricky because they're giving them 8 points and it's like -8. So it's like, well, damn.
Yeah, and it's moved to 9.5 as well. So that line has moved to Muki.
Wow, that line is going up as we speak. And it's kind of tough when you think of the season that Saquon Barkley is having. And that guy is definitely someone that can control a ball game. But would they put him at quarterback? That's the thing. We see a little wildcat with Saquon out there, but I think with Daniel Jones being healthy, I think that the Giants are still one-dimensional. And it's kind of crazy when you say that because they got Brian Dable out there who was in the empty with the Buffalo Bills all the time last year. You don't see that in New York, obviously, because of the quarterback. He doesn't trust the quarterback to put him in those type of situations. So you don't see those type of formations. But, one-dimensional Packers, as of late, other than last week, I think they were pretty stout against the run. So, they're a one-dimensional team. Only thing they have to do is stack the box and force Davis Webb or Daniel Jones to beat them in the air, and we know that can't happen. So I'm definitely taking the Packers on this one.
All right, Bengals and Ravens, Sunday Night Football. This game in Baltimore. Ravens a 3-point favorite, which means if this was on a neutral field, it's pretty much a coin flip. I think the Ravens get some redemption, and I think that they do better because they blew that big lead against your Bills a week ago. I'm going to take the Ravens at home and that they rebound against division rival against the Bengals on Sunday night.
You know what? This is the curse of Wink Martindale, all right? And I'm going to say that, hey, Cincinnati's been having the Ravens number, especially all last year, and I don't think that's going to change. I don't think that's going to change. And you could take that on a money line that Cincinnati will win that game, even though they're giving them, 3 points. And I couldn't believe that. But looking at the situations, I think Cincinnati snap out of their little funk too offensively versus this Ravens team because of that number that they've been having as of late with the Baltimore Ravens. Now, we know that Lamar Jackson is healthy, so that definitely changed the complexity of things. But, hey, when a team has your number, that team just has your number. And right now, I think the Cincinnati Bengals still have the Ravens number, and they're going to win the shootout. And once again, it's going to be questions circling around that defense. You can't fire the guy that you just brought in. So, you know,
Yeah.
so that's going to be a tough situation for the Ravens to have to deal with. Their first true loss of the season, because hey, they should have beat the Bills and they should have beat Miami, but they had a few brain farts down the stretch defensively. So the first true loss comes to the Ravens, at Cincinnati's expense.
And the Ravens all offseason upgraded their secondary for this specific matchup to stop the high-powered Cincinnati Bengals offense and all the receivers that they have over there, all the weapons Joe Burrow has. So certainly can't wait to watch that one. Got one more game to get to, Mookie, and then we got to get out of here. Raiders and Chiefs, Monday Night Football. Chiefs are 7.5-point favorites at home. I think the Chiefs win as well, but to cover against a team in their division, AFC West matchup, I think the Raiders cover, but I do think the Chiefs get it done at home at Arrowhead.
Yeah, that's kind of tough. That's kind of tough to get that full 7. I say they can pull it off, maybe 6, 5 points, but right now this Chiefs team has been putting up points. You forget that Tyreek Hill is not on that team, and Patrick Mahomes is looking pretty damn good out there as well. So I don't know. I think that this Kansas City team is loaded like a baked potato, and they can definitely cover. I'll say they'll go out. I'll say they'll go out and cover. I'll say that they'll beat the Raiders by 10.
Yeah, I just think coming off that week against the Buccaneers, where you could see how much it meant playing the Buccaneers for the first time since they got smoked in the Super Bowl in the same stadium as well at Raymond James Stadium. I think they come off from that emotional high, and they're not quite as sharp as we saw a week ago. But when Mahomes and Kelsey are motivated and rolling, Patrick Mahomes with time in the pocket, Mookie, to me is like the scariest thing in the NFL. I'll throw Josh Allen in that mix too. Those two quarterbacks with time in the pocket, good luck if you're an opposing defense.
Yes, sir. Absolutely scary.